Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel RN ArchiVision. Today is a new video wherein I will be teaching you how to find out area in AutoCAD using three different methods. I have created one of the videos in one method and I have uploaded it on my channel. If you haven't taken a look over it, I'll put the link in the description box and also in the above I button. On that video, I basically got a comment from one of the students saying that they were unable to find the area in the method that I have shown them. Okay, they were unable to select the object and find the area, and they couldn't really end up finding any sort of area. So they wanted an explanation of why did that happen to them, and they just wanted this doubt to be cleared out. So I thought I would just make a detailed video showing the different methods and as well as clearing out why was she not able to find out any area. So if you're interested seeing this video, so please watch it up till the very end because this is definitely going to be a very interesting and a very informative video. So let's get started with this video. So in today's class, moving on, showing you the three different methods. Okay, so first I'll move on showing like the three methods of finding the area, and then later on, by the end of this video, I would show you the reason why she was unable to find out the area. Okay, the mistake that she has done. Okay, so moving on with the first method. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tool, polyline, as you can see on the top under this draw table, under the draw section, you have this tool called polyline. I'm going to select this polyline tool. I'm going to create a random shape, okay, a very random looking shape. All right, so this is the shape that has been created. Okay, and now when I select this particular object, okay, it basically selects as a whole. Okay, because I have used a polyline tool. All right, so now I'm going to use this particular object and find out the area of this object. So the first method is that when I'm selecting this object under this properties panel, okay, you have this section called geometry. Over here, under this section, you have an option called area, and that basically give you the most accurate area of that particular object, which is given as 253.27. Okay, that is the first method of finding out the area, the most simple, the most direct method. Now, moving on with our second method. Okay, for that, I'm going to use the measure tool at the top over here. Under this section, I have the measure tool, and under this I have an option called area. Okay, I'm going to click over that. Okay, and underneath you have multiple options that opens up on your screen. Okay, I am going to be selecting object. Okay, you have add area, you have subtract area, you have exit. From this I'm going to choose an object. Okay, and then after selecting that, I'm going to select the object wherein I need to find the area. Okay, I'm going to select this object. There's this green substance that has been created on top of it, and that would give you, okay, just by selecting the object, it would give you the area of that particular object. Okay, so let me just zoom that in for you to see the accurate answer for that. So that is the area that we basically got. Okay, and it also gives you the length of the lines that has been used to create this object. Okay, so that is this second method of finding out the area. Okay, now moving on with the third method, the last method. It's the same way, using the measure area, measure tool, the measure bar that you have over here. Under that, we're going to select area. Okay, and then we're going to just under here, we are going to select the object option that we have here, and we're going to select the object. Okay, and then after that we're gonna just select the area just to get like a much more accurate and the correct. If you're just confused about anything, you can just select the area option over here. You have like multiple things you can find it out with. You have like distance, you have radius, angle, area, volume, anything of that sort. Whichever you want to find, you can actually use it. Now right now I need to find out the area, so I'm going to select area, and now I'm going to start from this particular point, kind of like tracing it, okay, and creating the green surface. All right, I'm going to select all the points, coming back to the first, and then after that click the space bar. Okay, space bar is basically used as a form of enter. Okay, so I'm going to click the spacebar and that is going to give me the area of that particular object. See, it is exactly the same, but alongside that, you also get the perimeter. Okay, the length that you got is basically the perimeter. Okay, and you get that accurate answers for this particular object. Okay, so this was the three methods of finding out the area. Now, next, moving on with the comments that I got from that particular student. Why was that student not able to find out the area the way I have shown her? Okay, so let me do one thing. Okay, I know what the mistake that she has done. Okay, so now I'll show you the difference between what I have done and what that particular student have done. Okay, now under this draw toolbar, okay, you have multiple tools that you can see over here. Okay, I always prefer using a polyline. Okay, I don't use a line tool. I always prefer using a polyline just because that shows the connection. All the points are connected and it forms a proper object. Okay, but that's not the case for the line tool. Okay, if you want to know a detailed video or detailed explanation of what's the difference between a polyline and a line, I'll put the link in the description box and also in the above I button. Do take a look over that video because that is going to be the most informative before moving ahead with the formation of the area. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the polyline tool. Okay, I'm going to select this polyline tool. Okay, I've selected this and now I am going to create a random shape using this particular polyline. Now, next what I'm going to do is I'm now going to choose the line tool. Okay, just to show the difference. Okay, I'm going to choose the line tool and now I'm going to create another random looking object. Okay, so this is the one which is made using a polyline. This is the one which is made using a line tool. All right. Now, when I'm selecting this particular polyline object, it selects all the lines and it creates an enclosed object. Okay. But when I select this one, it just selects a single line. Okay. It doesn't select all the lines which are connected towards it. It doesn't really form any enclosed object, isn't it? So the first method that I have shown in order to find out the area, I can, for the polyline case, I can get the accurate area. Okay, I can perfectly get the accurate area over here as 152.82. Okay, but in this particular case, when I'm trying to select this is just selecting the line. Okay, a single line. It's not selecting a complete enclosed object. So when I'm selecting a single line and when I just go and check it under this geometry, you don't really get anything. You don't have an option of area, isn't it? You have the length. Okay, so that length of that particular line that you have selected is 8.1. Okay, but you don't really get any area. Okay, so basically the first method has failed in this case. Okay, moving on with the second method. Okay, under this measure tool, as I have shown you, under this measure tool, we are going to select an option called area. Okay, and underneath we have an option called objects. We're going to select that. Okay, and then we're going to select one of the objects. Now I'm going to select this object that has been created using a polyline. It creates a green surface, perfect, and that is going to give me an area. As you can see, it gives me an area of 152.82 and the length as 51.77. Length is basically the perimeter. Okay, so that is perfect. But now when I try doing the very same thing, okay, when I try doing the very same process, the second method on this particular object which I've created using a line, I'm unable to select it. This is the problem that she faced. Okay, this is the problem that that particular student faced. That student has created an object using a line tool and not a polyline. Okay, and because of that reason, that student was unable to select it, and that student she could not really get any area. Okay, so this object is not being selected because this is created using a line tool. Okay, so with that case, we can't really find out any area of this. Okay, moving on with the third step. Okay, the third method that I have shown you. Okay, I do actually have a solution of how to find out if you have like if you have a line tool being used. I'll show you the solution of how to find out the area. So stay connected up till the very end. Okay, so first let us see the third method of finding the area. Let's go just step by step. I'm going to select the area. Okay, and then underneath I have an option of objects. I'm going to select that object. For the polyline one, if I select it, okay, and then it's just randomly going to select it, creating a green surface on top of it. And then I am going to select the area because I need to find out the area. And then I'm going to just select all the endpoints of this particular object, creating a green surface for myself just to get a most accurate answer for this. I'm going to click the space bar. That is going to give me the most accurate answer. Actually, this is basically like, a secondary method that you would like to use if you want to. Okay, so that's going to give me the area as well as the perimeter of it. Okay, so that was one of the methods, and obviously it's definitely not going to work for the line tool. Okay, as we are unable to select the object. Okay, we don't have the selection of objects. Okay, so that is perfectly cleared out. So the three methods and the difference between where we can use the area and where we can't use the area. Okay, now let us now take a look over this line. Okay, this particular object. Now how to solve the issue. If you have like created an entire plan, if you have created something using a line tool, and you later on realize that, oh, okay, I have created this, now how to find the area. So the simple and the most effective way is that simply just take the polyline tool over here. Okay, just select a polyline option over here, select it. Okay, and then just trace over it. Okay, just trace over it for now to create an enclosed object. Okay, and yeah, so I've now created this. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just type list. Okay, list. Okay, as you can see, the list option that pops up near. Okay, so as you can see, I have typed this. I'm gonna click on the list option. Okay, and I'm gonna select the object. Okay, I have created the object using the polyline. I'm gonna select the object, gonna click the space bar. It's just gonna give me a detailed and a complete information about this particular object that has been created. Okay, so it doesn't have any layer. It just gives you all the information basically. Okay, this particular polyline, it is not in any layers. Okay, and you have like the constant width, you have the area, you have the length of it, you have everything written under this category. Okay, so that is one of the way you could basically solve out this particular issue. I hope this video was quite informative, and I hope I have answered your questions. And I hope this video was quite helpful for all of you. So if you like my video, do share my video with your friends so that it gets helpful for them as well. And do like my video, share it with your friends, do subscribe my channel, and I will be back with a new and a most informative video. Till then, take care and bye bye.